supported fish pose. Option 1, roll up a blanket or even a towel long ways like so. Put that down. Option 2, get blocks. Do one at the highest height and one at the mid height. This goes for the head and then this one goes beneath the shoulder blades. Option 3, if you have a bolster or a couch cushion or even a big giant pillow, you can also lay on that long ways. So those are the 3 options. I'm gonna go with the blocks. You choose. And then option 4 is you don't use any of it and you lay on your back. The shoulders and then head. A lot of times you'll find that the block will go at an angle. You want to have the block totally flat on the ground and then place your head versus angling the block. And you might find, especially if you're super tight, that it's uncomfortable at first. Take your legs and your hips and knees into extension, or for those of us who have some lower back discomfort, our feet are going to go to the ground and we're going to scoop the bottom under so that we can lengthen the lumbar. Palms turned up. And maybe at first you keep your eyes open so that you can take in everything that's around you and just acknowledge it. Acknowledge all the things that might distract you from this practice. And then when you feel like you've created space in your mind for that, maybe you're able to sort it and put it away or check it off. Go ahead and close your eyes. And start to now tune out the sounds that you hear around you by first recognizing them. At first, you welcome any of the sounds and sights that distract you from your practice, from being here. After you welcome them, you recognize them. And then you can release. And the same goes for anything that's consuming your mind today. Any thoughts that pop up, welcome them, recognize them, and then release. And you might use your breath as a vessel to help with that release. Taking a big inhale in and an audible exhale out. Then go into your physical body and see how your body is settling into the earth. Identifying the parts of you that feel a little bit tense, uncomfortable, maybe even painful. Welcoming them, recognizing, and then releasing. And part of that release is not saying that it's all fixed and all better, but just releasing for now the outcome. Being in a state of as is. And then we'll move to our heart space. How is your soul today? I feel like lately when you ask people how you're doing, people, instead of the normal fine or I'm well, people are actually taking the time to share how they're feeling because there's more time. Or because they're just lonely and they want to be able to talk to somebody. So can you take a moment and ask yourself, how are you doing? How's your soul and spirit? What feelings are present? Again, welcome them. Recognize. And then release. ultimately, this practice is about being the witness and the seer. So that's what I want our practice to be about. Can you look at your physical body, your mental body, and your emotional body? So body, mind, and heart. And when we look out as the witness, we use the tool of welcoming, recognizing, and releasing. So with that in mind, let's take a couple more cleansing breaths. Inhale in. Audible exhale out. Big breath in. Audible exhale out. May this practice bring you comfort, clarity, peace, healing, and joy. Physically, mentally, and emotionally. On your next breath, take your arms up. You can leave your legs as they are. And sweep your arms up as you inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbows, drawing them down towards your ribs. Inhale, take them out to a T. And exhale, hug yourself. Paying attention to the arm that's above. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, elbows to ribs. So a deeper cactus. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, bring your other arm on top. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your elbows down, looking like a W. Inhale, arms to a T, really reach through your fingertips. Exhale, the opposite arm on top. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale to a W. Inhale to a T. Exhale, the other arm on top. And then bring your arms back by your sides. Press into your elbows and forearms. Lift your head up and your torso and shoulders up off of your blocks or bolster or blanket. And lay right back down so that you can feel the impression that laying in that position did for those few minutes. So as you lay down, let again the body settle. And then notice this opening here. Doing that arm movement again. Inhale your arms up. Exhale W. Inhale to a T. And exhale hug. So we'll do that 3 more times using your breath. Exhale W. Inhale T. Exhale, hug. Notice a little bit more freedom here without the props. Inhale up. Exhale, W. Inhale, T. Exhale, hug. Inhale, up. Exhale, W. Inhale, T. And exhale, hug. Bring your arms down. If your legs are all the way out, bring them in so that the heels are on the ground. Press into your heels. I want you to lift your toes and the balls of your feet off of the ground. And press into your heels to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lower them right back down. Again, press into your heels a lot. Let that be the emphasis. Lift up and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lower your feet down with your toes planted. I still want you to emphasize pressing into your heels. Go ahead and lift. Exhale, lower. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more. Let it go. Lift it up, breathe in, and lower. Windshield wiper knees side to side. And then when you're ready, lift your knees, bringing them into your chest, wrapping your hands around your shins, create some circles. And as we move through all these different positions and postures, go the other way. Again, you're being the witness of your body and of your heart and your mind. Take your knees back to center, straighten the legs up to the sky, breathe in, exhale, inhale up, exhale, breathe in, breathe out, inhale up, exhale out, inhale up, leave your legs up and roll your ankles around, and I want you to roll them in the same direction, so see if you can move your feet as one unit. As you're doing this, you're lengthening the lower back, drawing the belly button towards the ground. Switch directions. As you're rolling your ankles around, notice if your legs are going with you. Can you isolate the movement just to your ankles? Notice the heat building in your ankles when you keep the legs still. Good. And then shake it up. Bring your legs down so the feet are on the ground. And this is where you're going to grab your strap, your belt, or your scarf. Keeping the right knee down, take your strap and put it on your left ball of your foot. Let your elbows rest completely on the floor or the mat. And take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your leg closer to you. So we're going to move dynamically here. Inhale, lengthen the leg away. Exhale, draw the leg towards you. And you don't have to do it very, and it doesn't have to be intense. It could be very subtle. Breathing in, breathing out. And as you're doing this, again, you want to lengthen the lower back and draw the belly button down so you feel some heat in your abs. Okay. Bring it up. Take the strap and reach your left hand up as close as you can to your foot. Rotate your toes out and your heel in. And inhale, open out your leg to the left. Exhale, bring your leg back in. Inhale out to the left. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale, open. Exhale, in. And again, these movements can be as small or large as your body needs. A couple more. Last one. And back to center. Bring your strap to the opposite hand. Take an inhale. As you exhale, turn your toes in, and your heel goes out. And then bring the leg across the body. I'm going to extend my right leg out. So we're going to breathe in as you bring your leg across. Breathe out as you bring it back to center. Your left arm can anchor down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Couple more. And bend the knee and release. Bring both feet back to the ground. Take a moment. Welcome, recognize, and then release. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's do the other side. Bring the strap to your right ball of your foot. Elbows rest on the earth. Inhale, your leg is out. Exhale, you bring it closer towards your nose. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. Again, trying to avoid overarching your lower back. Last two. This time, strap in the right hand and reach your hand out towards your foot. Turn the heel in and your right toes towards the right. Breathe in, bring your leg out to the side. Breathe out, bring it back in. Inhale out. Exhale in. There's a circular motion happening as you bring it out and bring it back in. Circle around. You're using your arm to help your leg go in and out. Last one. Up. Turn the toes in, heel out. Maybe you straighten the left. Switch the strap to the other hand. And exhale. Bring it in. Inhale. Exhale. I'm using my right hand, planting it down in a T to help keep my center. Two more. Last one, breathe in and breathe out. Take it back to center, release the strap. Bring both feet to the floor. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then option to roll to a fetal position and come up, or a rock and roll up. And I'm gonna roll to fetal. So I'm gonna roll to the left, use my hands to press myself up, and come around. Really enjoy that slow, yummy opening. And now let's start to get a little bit more heat in our body. I'm gonna use a blanket for cushion for my knees. You can join me. Come onto all fours, your shoulders are right over the wrist. Breathing in, lowering your belly, heart draws forward. You know the drill, cat-cow, but moving through it at your own pace. And also adding any other extra movement to it. So you can roll the shoulders. You can roll the hips. And then come to center. Take your right leg and reach it back. And exhale, bring it all the way out off of your mat and slide it up so that the right toes are off of your mat and they're lining up with the left knee. Plant your foot down here. And inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Reach the fingertips. Open up your heart. And hold as you exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath. And place your right hand back down. Walk your hands in and lift all the way up. The back left toes can be tucked under. Your shoulders, hips, and knees are lined up. And again, the right toes are facing towards the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And as you exhale, bring your right arm down the right leg and lengthen the left arm up and over. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, slide. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. One more. And out. Take it back, center. Hinge at your hips and bring your hands back forward. Slide the leg back in and bring your knee down to the ground. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale to neutral. And exhale, slide your left leg back. Press through the heel. And then bring it all the way out to the side. Left toes lined up with the right knee. Keep the right hand planted. Inhale, takes your left arm high to the sky. Reach. Again, being the witness and the seer of yourself. Mind, body, heart. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your hand down. Walk the hands in. Press through your foot and your knee to rise all the way up. Again, line it all up. Back toes tucked under for stability. Inhale, sweep the arms high to the sky. Exhale, the left arm slides down the left leg and you reach the right arm up and over. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. One more. And out. Inhale, come up. And exhale, your hands come down to the ground. Slide the left leg back and bring the left knee back in. Tuck your toes under, and this time hover your knees an inch off of the ground. Start to scoot your hips back so that your belly touches your thighs. Start to look down so your ears are on the inside of your biceps. Start to lift the hips high to the sky. Your legs are still bent so that you can lengthen from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Press through your hands. Send the sit bones back. You're in a really short stance for a down dog, and I know that. And we'll adjust in a moment, but I want your knees to be bent. At the same time as they're bent, I want you to press through your heels. Keep the knees bent and press through your heels and lift through your sit bones. Big breath. And then exhale, release and pedal out. To get to a more sustainable stance, inhale, roll forward to a high plank position, and you'll notice my butt's up in the air. So to adjust that, I'm gonna walk my hands a little bit more forward so that I'm in the proper plank. Then from here, bend the knees and send the hips up for your down dog. Trying to straighten the legs by activating your quads and your calves and your shins. Breathe. Inhale, take your right leg high to the sky. Open up. Point the knee towards the lights. Lift, lift, lift. And as you exhale, square off. Bring your knee all the way to your nose and your foot in between your hands. Lower the back knee down. Keep the left hand planted and inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hand down. Breathe in, come to your fingertips. On your exhale, shift your hips back, straightening your front leg, toes pull in. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly come forward. Lift your back leg, and I want you to come all the way around, spinning the back heel down so that you're in a half squat. And I know my back is facing towards you, so I'm going to turn towards you so you can see. So the right leg is straight, toes up, the left knee is bent in a half squat. Keep the left hand planted. So left hand planted, right arm up. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hand down. Lift your butt up. Pivot back towards your right foot. So look at your right foot and go towards the right foot. Lower the back knee down. Keep your feet rooted and your knee and lift into a low lunge. Big inhale. Exhale. One more. And exhale your hands down to the ground. Step back into your down dog. Breathe in your down dog. Turn back towards the other way, but you stay where you're at. Inhale, your left leg lifts up to the sky this time. Bend the knee and point it up to the sky as high as you can. Breathe in. As you exhale, square your hips off. Bring your knee to your nose and foot in between your hands. Lower the right knee to the ground. Right hand stays planted and twist to the left. Feel it in the body. One more breath in. Exhale, plant your hand. Inhale, come onto the fingertips. Draw the heart forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Stretch out your hamstrings, your toes pull up. Breathing in. Exhale, bring it forward. So here, lift up your right knee. Bring your hands on the inside of the left foot. Start to walk your hands towards the back of your mat as you spin the right heel down and come into a half squat with your right knee bent and the left leg straight, left toes pointing up. You got it. It's okay if you're not facing me. Bring your right hand to the ground, left arm high to the sky, and stretch. Part of this thought practice is to get into the body so that we can get out of the mind a little bit, into the body. And then when we do that, we give ourselves that sweet shavasana at the end to get into the heart space. Big breath in. Exhale, plant your hand. Lift your butt up. Walk back towards the front side of your mat. Lower the back knee down and a nice low lunge. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hold. Breathe in. And exhale, plant your hands. Step your foot back into your down dog. Take a breath in, bend the knees, look forward. Then as you exhale, just tiptoe to the top of your mat. If you have blocks at home, you might use that in your forward fold. You might not. Your toes can touch and your heels slightly apart, or your feet are hips width apart. What I want you to do is notice where your gaze is right now. I tend to look down towards my hands, so I need to work on looking back towards my knees, releasing that tension in the lower part of my head where it meets my neck. Do any organic movement. Remember, creative licensing in all of my classes. Really listening to the body, so do what feels good right now in your ragdoll. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, halfway lift, and you might rise all the way back up to stand, or I want you to go back down and zombie roll up. So it depends on your lower back, your ability to press with the feet, engage the thighs, engage the core in order to rise all the way up. So my lower back people, although zombie rolling is what we need, it's sometimes hard to isolate and articulate. Whew. Coming to your mountain pose, roll the shoulders back, roll them forward. So different to stand right now than it did earlier. I'm going to grab a sip of water. So we're going to do more of that, what we just did. We're going to do it a few times so that you can get it really ingrained in your body. And then that way you can revisit this practice on your own. It's one of my favorites to do. So let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take a dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Option 1, step back into down dog. Option 2, roll forward to plank. Lower the knees, chaturanga dandasana, elbows to ribs. Belly to the ground, press with the feet and hands, cobra. Exhale, roll the toes under, push through tabletop to come back into your down dog. So you can skip those vinyasas and just hang in down dog, or do them, your choice. Let's lift the right leg high to the sky, breathe in. Open up the hips, breathe out. Inhale, square off. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant your foot. Inhale, right arm comes up as the left knee stays down. Exhale, bring your hand back down. Inhale, rise to the fingertips. Exhale, straighten the leg, front leg. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, lift the back knee and walk all the way to the back side of your mat. You're in a half squat on the left side. Inhale, right arm high to the sky. Exhale, plant your hand. Inhale, lift your butt, roll and pivot back towards the front of the mat, lower the knee. Inhale, arms come up for a low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your leg back as you inhale, plank pose. Go through your chaturanga and up dog or cobra, or meet into down dog, you choose. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open the hips. Inhale, square off. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, revolved low lunge. Exhale, frame your foot. Inhale, open your heart, lift through the crown of your head. Exhale, runner's stretch. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lift the back leg and walk it to the back side of your mat, half squat. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, plant your hand. Lift your booty and rotate back to the front, lowering the knee, and inhale, low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale to down dog or to plank, and lower down chaturanga. Over up dog. Exhale, down dog or child's pose for 5 deep breaths. Right now, can you welcome your breath in? Can you recognize how your breath is moving? And then can you release? Lift yourself back to down dog, please. Bend the knees, look forward, and exhale, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, root to rise or zombie roll, your choice. So you come up with a tabletop back or a rounded back all the way up to your mountain pose. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, take a dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step walker, hop it back, down dog, or go through your vinyasa. So we're meeting in down dog. Let's challenge our brain a little bit here. Let's start with our left leg. So inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, open up your hips. Inhale, square off. Exhale, knee to nose. Then bring it through. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring your hand down. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale, runner stretch. Inhale, come back forward. Exhale, half squat over to the back right side. Inhale, left arm up. You got it. Exhale, bring it down, lift it back up, and pivot back towards the front, lowering the knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale to down dog or go through your vinyasa. Wonderful. Let's go right leg. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, open up. Inhale, square off. Exhale, pull through. Left knee lowers. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, plant your hands. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, straighten, stretch the right leg. Inhale, come forward. Lift yourself up as you exhale, half squat on the left side. Inhale, right arm reaches to the sky, stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, plant your hand, lift your booty, come back to the front. Lower the left knee and inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come down. Step back as you inhale, chaturanga, or meet in down dog, or go to child's pose. 5 deep breaths. Really listen to your body. That first round, the body wanted child's pose. This round, it's saying down dog is enough. Challenging to distinguish the body from the mind, from the heart. And that's why I love this practice, because we continue to be able to distinguish the difference, all those layers. One more. Bring your feet together, bend the knees, look forward, and exhale, step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Full exhale. Inhale, root to rise, whether that means zombie rolling or coming up with the tabletop spine into your mountain pose. Take a moment. Be the witness and the seer of yourself. Welcoming, recognizing, and releasing. And if you're at home and there's distractions around, again, whatever you see or hear, welcome them. Recognize, and then release. Standing in our mountain pose, inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, bring to a W, right by your ribs. As you inhale, arms to a T. As you exhale, hug yourself. Okay. Inhale, back up. Exhale, W. Inhale to a T. Exhale, hug yourself, other arm on top. 2 more times, breathe in. W out. Inhale, T. Exhale, hug. Inhale, up. Exhale, W. Inhale, T. Exhale, hug. Inhale, arms to your sides. And exhale. Grab a sip of water. So I love the simple parts of this practice that you can integrate at any point of the day. You could be running around all day and then stop in your mountain pose and do arms up, arms to a W, arms to a T, and then hug yourself. Just do that 4 times. It's like 16 breaths, which is about a couple of minutes to reconnect. So we're gonna face the side of our mat. A couple more standing postures. So continued heat, but then also nice yummy stretching. So if you're standing in your mountain pose, you're either gonna tiptoe so that your feet go all the way out to a T, or you can hop it out like this, which brings you an evenness of support through the legs. For this first round, let's turn our toes out to the corners of the mat. And when you're ready, lunge or squat into your goddess squat. And at first, I want you to just go in and out of it so that we tell our body where we're going. And then notice how you're moving with your thighs and as it relates to your hip socket. So see if you can press the thighs back. You shouldn't feel any congestion in your hips. And the reason why I know this is because I've been having some hip issues, so I've been extra cautious of it. Then when you're ready, find your edge, however low that means for you. And then let's add some yummy arm movement. So bring your hands to your thighs and lower the right shoulder down as you look over to the left. And then the other side. And just go back and forth a couple of times. Back to center. And press your legs to straight as you reach your arms up to the sky for star pose. Really reaching. And exhale your arms down. Turn your toes and now bring them parallel to each other. So normally when we do triangle pose, we point our toes out, but today we're doing a classical version of triangle. So your feet actually look like you're in a triangle pose. What we want to do is try to keep our hips in our midline. Okay, so inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, bring your right arm down. Slide it down your leg and reach the left arm over. So notice the tendency of your hips to want to go towards like that triangle that we normally do. I want you to keep everything in towards your midline. And breathe. So you should feel a different sensation here in your inner thighs and your outer. Now see if you can turn your gaze up towards your left. So it should feel really similar to the stretch we did earlier on the ground. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bring your arms down. Other side, inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your left arm down the left leg and reach the right arm over. Again, as you're doing this, avoid, getting a little cramp. Avoid pushing your hip out to the side. Maybe look up to your right. Inhale, come up. And exhale, bring your arms down. Turn the toes back out. Inhale, arms up for star pose. Exhale, come down into your goddess pose. Again, finding your edge here. See if you can lift your toes off of the ground. So I want you to notice that sensation of toes lifted and what that does for you here. And this time we're gonna go for the hold. So breathe. Maybe you close your eyes and tune into the breath. Maybe you find a focal point out in front of you. Keep lifting the toes. Inhale, straighten the legs by pressing the toes into the ground and reach your arms up for star pose. Before we get out of star pose, I want you to notice what's happening with your torso here. I tend to draw to like let the belly come out and open the ribs. I want you to draw the ribs in and the belly in. Send the tailbone towards the ground and reach to the crown of your head. Notice that different sensation. Breathe in and exhale your arms down. Turn the toes in. Breathe in. And then exhale, hop it in or tiptoe it in. So we can reset the body and shake it out. Take a breath. And then tiptoe out, or again, hop it out. Okay, so your toes are parallel to each other. And we're going for our triangle pose again, but the classical version. I want you to play with your stance. So do you want to do a shorter, more narrow stance and get that sensation? Or you might like to do a wider stance. I'm gonna go for the wider and see what that feels like. But when we come into it this time, I want you to think about what I just said. Notice if you let your ribs open up and your belly come out, try to close the ribs in and draw the belly in, lengthening the lower back and reaching through the crown. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let's go the other way this time. Bring your left arm down and your right arm over. Gaze up. If it's too much on the neck, please look down to the ground. How's your breath? Again, notice if you're pushing your right hip out, can you keep drawing it in towards the midline? One more. Come back to center. Big inhale, arms up. Exhale, the right arm slides down the leg. Left arm comes up and over. Choose the rotation of your neck that's suitable for you. And stay with your breath. Again, this time, is your left hip popping out? Can you bring it back to center? Is your belly splaying and are your ribs open? Can you draw everything in towards the midline? When you find that stability here, then you can really stretch it up and over. Inhale, come up. Exhale your arms down. Take your heels in, toes pointed out. Star pose, inhale, stretch it up. And then exhale, this time we're gonna come into goddess with our arms at a W like we did earlier today. So some people call this horse pose. Elbows go behind your ribs as much as you can. Get nice and low, palms are faced up. This time, instead of our toes coming up, I want you to lift your heels up. Lift your heels. You got it. Breathe. Checking in with my belly and my ribs. Lengthening the low back. Reaching through the crown. Maybe you tune into your breath. Maybe you welcome the heat or the tension or the challenge. You recognize it. And then you release trying to control or avoid it. Take another breath. Exhale, press down through your heels and straighten your legs, arms high to the sky. Exhale, bring your arms down. Turn the toes in and hop back in. Woo! And then wiggle it out. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna put this together with side plank. So move back towards the front of your mat. And we're gonna get to cool down soon, I promise. So take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Make sure I have the time. Exhale, dive down, fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back or jump back through your vinyasa. I'm going to take a modified version. And come back into your down dog or your child's pose for just 3 breaths here first. Okay, on your next breath, come up to your tabletop. So I'm going to face you so you can see me better. Take your right leg and reach it back. And then slide it out to the side like we did earlier. Just like that. Walk your hands in and come all the way back up. Bring your arms to a T. Inhale. Exhale, move away from the extended leg and bring your hand to the ground. If you have a block, you can actually use a block too, under your hand, okay? So we're in a modified side plank here. Really lengthen through the left side of your body, sending your arm up, and then if you're ready, lift that back, or that right leg. You should feel it in your glutes. And then reach your arm up, overhead. You got it, modified side plank. Drawing ribs in, belly in, lengthen the lower back, and reach to the crown of your head. How's your breath? Take another breath in. And exhale, slowly release your leg and then your hand and come all the way up. Draw the leg back into center. And then this time, you can switch the block to the other side if you're going to use it. Bring your other leg out. Inhale, arms to a T. Breathe in. Exhale, shift away. Hand to the ground or to your block. Arm up. And when you're ready, your leg goes up. And then see if you can bring that bicep right by your ear. And you're lengthening from your fingertips to your foot. Pushing into that rooted hand, into the earth. Reconnecting with your core, breathing. Maybe you look up. Maybe you look down. One more. Exhale, your hand comes down, your foot comes down, and you slide all the way back up. This time, come forward with your hands onto the ground and slide your back leg back to center. Sit back into your child's pose. We're going to do that one more time. Option to do the modified version, or this time you might join me, and I'll see what I can do, because again, my hip's been bothering me. I'm going to do my best. So come back up to tabletop. Let's start with the other leg first this time. So that means our left leg's going to go back and bring the left leg out to the side. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to lift up to our hands, or off of our hands, arms to a T. This is the modified version, what we just did. Before lifting up the back leg, if you'd like to challenge yourself, you're going to take the right leg and send it back in line with your other leg. So you're in a modified or full version. When you're ready, let's all lift the left leg. And then the arm comes up overhead. This is the same shape we were just in. Legs in a V. Breathe. Ribs interlaced. Belly button to spine. Lengthening from the crown to the tailbone. Take one more inhale. Exhale, leg comes down, hand comes down. If you're in a full, bring the leg back in. And let's all rise up. Breathe in and exhale out. Awesome. Bring your left leg in. Reach the right leg out. I'm sweating, I don't know about you. Arms to a T. Lengthen away from the extended leg, hand to the ground, arm up. Modify this here, and you'll lift the leg, or both legs kiss. Then from here, press and root into your bottom leg and hand to lift the other. And then send the other arm overhead. I happen to be by a wall, and so I'm going to use it to my advantage, especially because this is the hip that I've been having problems with. So it's nice. Breathe. 3 more breaths. One more. And lower the leg, lower the hand. Slide it back in. Whew. Arms come forward this time, hands to tabletop, and slide your leg in. Take a breath, and then sink back into your child's pose, arms to your sides. Well done. It's that time. Go ahead and come up onto your shins. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, W. Inhale, T. And exhale, hug. This time I want you to hold the hug. So as you wrap your arms around yourself, chin to chest. And round down. No need to prop yourself in this posture, but totally allow yourself to collapse into the holding and the hugging of yourself. And inhale from that center, stretch it back up. Exhale, W. Inhale, T. Exhale, the other arm on top. Chin to chest, and hug. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, your arms down. Come off of your shins and bring your legs out in front of you. We're going for Upavishta Konasana. So that's a wide seated pose. Again, taking the same shape that we've been doing. If you have lower back discomfort, you can sit on a blanket. That's what I'm gonna do, on the edge of it. And then your legs are nice and wide. At first, I want you to let your toes just hang out here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, lean forward and just lean into it. See if you can take a more relaxed approach. And as you take this relaxed approach to the posture, I want you to welcome the sensations in the body, recognize them, and then release. And breathe in. Exhale, come up. This time we're going to take a more intentional approach. Draw the feet towards you so the toes are pointing up and you're pressing through the heels. This is going to automatically kind of lift your foot off the ground and you should feel your quads engaged. Inhale, reach the arms up. Really reach to the fingertips. Reach to the crown, breathe in, and then exhale as you hinge forward. I want you to hinge forward with a really strong back. Now I can feel my heels into the ground, so you're gonna press the heels into the ground, lifting through the pinky edge. Breathe in, exhale. You can lower the hands down, but I still want you to be active as you reach to the crown of your head. Press through the heels, Lift through the pinky toe. Press your hands into the ground. Full exhales to engage the core. Super duper intentional approach. Notice the different sensations. Welcome them. Recognize and release. One more. And exhale, look up and walk it back up. Take your hands under the knees and help them into center. Bring the legs in. Roll down onto your back, one vertebrae at a time, and come down. Your knees are going to come straight into your chest. Pull the knees out towards your armpits so that the thighs are by your ribs. And then straighten the legs. Maybe your peace fingers reach for your big toes. Maybe not. Maybe you reach for your ankles or shins. But again, we're taking that same shape. This time, play like in Happy Baby. Not totally collapsing or relaxed, not totally propped and intentional. Just a little bit more playful in that in-between state. This is how I'd like to live my life. That balance of intentionality, of relaxation, so that we're in a playful state. And hug the knees into your chest. We're going to do one counter pose before we full on go into Shavasana. Take your right knee over the left knee. Stack the knees over each other and pull the knees in. This might be enough, just holding my knees and trying to stack them right over the belly button. I could feel it already. If you want a little bit more, you take your hands and you grab the foot that's closest to you. And so it's a reclined cow face pose. You start to close your eyes. Let go of your controlled breath and breathe more naturally here. Please give yourself these last, let's see, wow, only 9 minutes left of your yoga practice. Breathe in, exhale, release. Your other leg goes on top. Line up the knees, right over the belly button. And find the variation that's most suitable for you. Take another breath. Exhale, slowly release. Hug yourself one final time. Big breath in. And exhale, sprawl out into your Shavasana. Use any props that will allow you to be still for these next 4 to 5 minutes is all. Big breath in. Exhale out. Soften the entire body. Let your body rest into the ground. Letting these last few minutes be a time for you to tap into the heart space. Now you can decipher between what the body and the mind are saying versus what your heart is feeling. As any outside distractions or unsettling thoughts come in, use the tool of welcome, recognize, and release. You are simply the witness and the seer of everything. Like to stay here for longer since you're in the comfort of your home, please do so. Otherwise, start to bring awareness to your breath, recognizing that your breath is part of your spirit, inviting more of that into your body, taking a deeper inhale and exhale. Moving your fingers and toes, your wrists, your ankles, stretch out. Notice when we work through the body and the mind and the heart, it allows our spirit to move more freely through us. Hug it in and roll to your side. Roll it up. You can find a comfortable seat. Hands to your heart center. We'll do it one more time together just so that it can be ingrained in you. As we inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, W. Inhale, arms to a T. And exhale, give yourself a nice big hug. Acknowledging yourself for doing the work, showing up. Self-care. And release. Thank you so much for practicing with me. This was really so needed for me as much as it hopefully was for you. The student and the teacher and the light in me honors the student, teacher, and light in all of you.